Welcome, everybody, to the Superhumanistic podcast, where we talk about all things health, wellness, and longevity. Thank you for joining us today. We are your host. I'm David.
I'm Jessica.
Make sure that you hit that follow button on this podcast so you never miss another episode. We put out one episode a week on Saturdays. Also, make sure that you share this podcast with someone that you love that is also on a health and wellness journey so they can live a longer, healthier, happier life. And if you ever found value in these podcasts, we'd appreciate if you leave us a positive rating and review. That helps others find this podcast so that they can also get some longevity tips from this as well. Last week, we talked about intuitive eating. So if you want to learn more about kind of taking that data from your body as you eat, so you're not overeating, you're not just eating out of stress, you're not putting that psychological baggage on it, such as being part of the clean plate committee. If you had parents that required you to clear your plate before you left the table, go back and listen to last week's episode. It'll really be helpful in helping with your diet and eating plans, basically. So this week, we are going to be kind of continuing on that theme, and we're going to be talking about how to be a plate architect, and that's really building your fuel for peak performance. So if you've ever been feeling where you're kind of sluggish, you have that brain fog, just feeling kind of mad lately, the answer might be sitting right on your dinner plate.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about your boring, diet food. We're talking about those high-performance fuel here. Today we're answering those big questions, or a big question: what should actually be on our plates to feel, think, and live at our best?
All right, guys, let's jump right into it. We know there's a million conflicting opinions out there. Some people recommend keto, vegan, paleo, intermittent fasting. It's enough to really make your head spin with all those options.
Yeah, I was always like, okay, I'm going to try this. And then all of a sudden a new diet came out. And I'm like, oh, well, now I'm going to try that. So it is very overwhelming. But when we strip away the marketing and the science of nutrition, really boils down to a few fundamental super pillars that move the needle for almost everyone.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into that superhumanistic plate framework. So, Jessica, if I'm building the perfect performance plate, where do I begin?
So let's keep it simple here. We're going to do the 3-2-1 rule. So you want 3 types of plants on your plate. Half of your plate should be colorful vegetables and fiber-rich greens. This is your foundation for your gut health and the micronutrients that our bodies need. 2 are portions of quality protein. So whether it's your wild-caught fish, lentils, pasteurized raised eggs, lean poultry, you want that second part of your plate to be your protein, because protein is that building block for your muscles and neurotransmitters that our brains need as well. And then the final one would be a dose of intelligent fats. So we're talking about avocados, olive oil, walnuts, or different seeds. Fats are primary fuel for our brains.
I really like that because it's not about that restriction. It's mostly about that optimization and really what's the one thing people are missing most?
Yeah, hands down, that's that diversity, right? Most of us are eating the same 3 vegetables all year round. I know we kind of get stuck in a rut at times with our vegetables. There are some meals that we're making and it's just a salad, and it's probably a salad all week as one of our veggies. So having that diversity, we need to aim for the dietary diversity. Different colors, different textures, different fibers. It's like feeding a mini ecosystem in our gut that controls our mood and our immunity.
Yeah, there's certainly foods out there that can be energizing, and there's some foods out there that can be draining, so we'll jump into some of that information next. That really makes a lot of sense. We have to talk about the energy thieves. What should we be keeping off or minimizing?
So it's all about the glycemic response. You want steady energy, not a roller coaster throughout the day. So we're looking to minimize those ultra processed foods, or ultra processed sugars in particular, and those refined grains that cause those massive insulin spikes. When there's a spike, that's when we'll get those hard crashes as well.
Yeah, and that crash is where you lose your edge. So if you're crashing around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you're not superhuman in that afternoon meeting. You're really just trying to survive it.
Yeah, I see that sometimes in work, so I'll try to then drink more water. If you want more sustained, that's why we want more sustained clean energy. If your plate keeps your blood sugar levels or stable, your mood then can stay stable throughout the day as well. And then your focus becomes very razor sharp.
All right, guys, let's jump into the action plan here. So, challenge time. What can our listeners do today to shift their plates?
Yeah, well, I like a good challenge. So here's what we want you to try. We're actually wanting you to add, not subtract. So don't worry about what you can't have. For your next lunch, just try to add 1 extra serving of a dark leafy green and 1 source of a healthy fat to whatever you were already planning to eat. And then see how you're feeling a couple hours later.
Hey, who doesn't like that one? It's an additive, not a subtractive, so it's a win for you.
Yep, exactly. You'll be surprised at how much that simple change alters your energy levels.
All right, listen up here. Your plate is your primary tool for shaping your biology, so you got to use it wisely.
We want to hear what your superhuman plate looks like, so tag us in a photo of your next meal. Hashtag Superhumanistic on Instagram.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to build a better version of yourself, and we'll see you next time on Superhumanistic.
Bye.